Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to our channel. My name is Beck. I'm a medical doctor, a professional mindset coach and the founder of the group coaching membership Dare Darling. Come along and join us if you want to be a part of a group that is upgrading the standard for women everywhere. We're using mindset coaching, right? Awareness of how our mind works in the world and how it works against us, importantly, to think more critically and compassionately about how we are showing up in our lives. There is a link below if this is the space that you know you need to upgrade in your life as well. In today's video, I wanted to give you a sweet, benign example of a very important problem actually in our lives, and that is our willingness to be a beginner again in adulthood, and more particularly the pattern that I see, which is that we are unwilling to be beginners again in our lives. We seem to get to a certain point in life where we think, I should know this by now. It's not acceptable for me to be unsure, uncertain, have questions, make mistakes, not completely understand something by now. And I'm saying this from complete empathy because I suffered with these thoughts too. And they still arise in my mind, but I have different responses to those thoughts now. I have a different model of the world that isn't so dominated by this false concept that I should really know what I'm doing by now. And being a beginner and all the fumbling and the mistakes and the uncertainty and the doubt that comes with that is unacceptable. And I want that for you too, because if we actually get to, our 20s, our 30s, and we believe those thoughts that it's unacceptable for us to not know or make mistakes or be uncertain or be uncomfortable, be incompetent anymore, then what that guarantees is that we don't get to do new things in our life. Those two things are directly linked. The experience of doing a new thing and ultimately growing a new skill, progressing in life, becoming a new person, having different experiences, that and uncertainty. Making mistakes, getting it wrong, not knowing exactly what you're doing. Those two things so obviously go together. And yet, in our lives for so many of us, we are constantly choosing or buying into the idea that we should be able to both do new things and feel total competence. And again, I have total empathy for this. This is a common trap. It is not just you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that we need to get awareness of this thinking if we want to be able to interrupt it. That is, if you want to be able to keep growing in your life and keep experiencing new things, which if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you do want to. You are not the kind of person who's just settling in and getting comfortable in life. I know that if you're watching this channel, if you resonate with my work, then you want more and you believe you have the capacity for more. So let me tell you my benign example of how I was recently willing to be a beginner, but it did come with some costs. It came with some discomfort, and that is with my eyeliner. So somehow I managed to get up until 29. I'm 29 this year. I managed to get to 29 years old and never have worn eyeliner before. I mean, I probably worn eyeliner in a couple of weddings when I've had my makeup done or for events or photo shoots when somebody else has done my makeup, and I always didn't like the way that it looked. It always felt like this really heavy, like dark, smoky, like it's not me, guys. The dark, smoky look, it's just not really me. But I like kind of more of a bright, natural, light kind of makeup. So anyway, part of it was because I had this idea that, I didn't like the way that I look with eyeliner. But for whatever reason, I just decided to experiment and start to see if I could wear eyeliner. And eyeliner is one of these things, you guys know if you wear eyeliner, it's fine when it's good, when it looks really good, it's a beautiful thing. But to get it good is so much harder than it looks, or it was for me. I've got these like hooded eyes that make it a little bit trickier as well. But it's kind of like drawing a straight line is a hard thing for people. I think drawing eyeliner on is a hard thing for people too. It's a thing that humans find hard. And in any case, I was aware that it would take me some skill to develop. After the first time that I put eyeliner on, I was like, no. But here's the thing. I had to go through the process of not only trying to put on the eyeliner, actually putting on the eyeliner and not liking the way it looked. But I also decided to expedite the process. I wanted to just go out in the world and live my life so that I could see what it looked like from different angles. You know, this is the worst part about it, right? I'm not only like trying to do this new thing that I already think doesn't look the way that I want it to look, but then I'm also like obviously constantly making videos and filming on my phone for Instagram and things like that. So I'm putting myself on camera. However, the process of putting myself on camera also helped me see the eyeliner from different angles and things. I can't see it otherwise when my eyes are closed. So it was this feedback for me when I was trying to develop this skill. That works, that doesn't, that angle looks funny. And then trying to work out how to actually execute on a different line, a different way to actually draw. And I had to look silly in the process. I had to look like I didn't know what I was doing. And guys, I have no judgment about how you do your makeup. You do you. But this is about me having it look the way that I wanted it to look, you know. And I had to go through a period of weeks, months, where I was just trying to learn and publicly wearing my makeup in a way that I didn't actually even like. However, that willingness to publicly look silly, in my opinion, clearly it didn't matter to me that much, but in a way, like it wasn't exactly what I wanted. But that willingness to look silly, let's say, was the thing that ultimately got me to the place where I could draw my eyeliner on in an acceptable way. And what is key here is, it's very obvious to see that if I was not willing to look silly when I put my eyeliner on for those first weeks and months, I would have never developed the skill to draw the eyeliner in the way that I wanted to. And then I wouldn't have had the choice for myself to wear eyeliner because I hadn't made it available to myself. So this is a very, as I said, benign, lighthearted, sweet example of being a beginner. But I think it nicely demonstrates the need to publicly look silly when we are trying these new things or just taking a new experience or adventure, and the adventure of eyeliner. And for me, a part of this process was making it okay for myself to look a bit funny, in my opinion. I had to make it okay for me to wear eyeliner and have that eyeliner on my face in a way that even I didn't think looked good, and not make that such a big deal that I wasn't willing to do it. Look at in your life what you need to be willing to do, including, yes, looking a little bit silly for a period of time in order to ultimately give you what you want, the skill to do what you want, the choices available to you to do what you want. What do you need to trade off in order to get those choices back in your hands? Because if you're not willing to look silly, and often publicly, then you are also simultaneously limiting your choice in your life. All right, my beautiful friends, let me know if you have also struggled with eyeliner, and let me know if you've got any tips down below. I still need help. I've gotten to my socially acceptable point, but any makeup tips I can get, give them to me. And I'll see you guys in my next one.